My name's Nikolic. Started out in a Pentecostal church where I was on fire for Christ and worked with the youth, and that's where I met my wife. And a few years later, we ended up joining the Army and kind of backed out of church a little bit just because of location, and couldn't really find a church and just kind of fell into our own thing. And when I got out of the Army, I lost two of my friends to the war in Afghanistan, and that set me in a downward spiral. Had survivor's guilt and PTSD, went off into a deep depression, and nearly ruined my marriage. You know, I nearly killed my wife. I nearly killed myself with a gun to my head. I couldn't pull the trigger, so I got mad and emptied the clip into my floor with my kids downstairs. I was in a bad spot, and only through the power of prayer from my mom and from my wife and from a friend of the family do I believe that I made it out. As God was pulling me out of that, as the PTSD, as the depression started to get under control, I started to hear the call of God to pull me towards ministry. So I quit my job and went to school full-time for ministry. I was at Belmont for my undergrad in ministry, and I interviewed Greg Wilton, and he said, well, we're partnering up with a prison ministry, Men of Valor, and I think you'd be great for it. And I thought that was crazy because I talked to my wife about discussing with somebody at Long Hollow, to get involved in the prison ministry. So I accepted that offer from Greg and went to certification and found myself at Trousdale Turner Correctional Center leading D groups with men in prison. Serving at Trousdale has been a major blessing for me. The whole D group structure has been a blessing to me. It's helped me grow as a man, as a husband, and as a father. Being held accountable for my actions and having to be prepared every week to lead these groups has been a major building point in my life. For me, I've had plenty of opportunities to go to prison, and I should be in prison today for what I've done. You know, with what I did to my wife, attempted murder, easily. And I'm in prison ministering to men who are murderers, who are rapists, who are child rapists. And that's heinous to our society, and it's heinous to anybody, but they're still people. They're still people who need God's love. And these men are desperate for God. They're desperate for life change, whether they see it or not. And the men in our D group see it. You know, we go in with this mindset that we're going to be helping other people. And it's just like any missions trip. You go in and you think you're going to help other people, but really what you get out of it is a blessing of your own. You know, these men are growing, but these men are causing me to grow as well. And my family's been restored. We've grown as a family since then, and I'm just grateful that God has had mercy on me and had grace on me to bring me out, to make me who I am today through those circumstances. Through everything that I've gone through, I'm a changed man, and it's only by the power of prayer and by the grace of God. And my life is forever changed by it.